So it's been a busy and jam-packed week here in E10, and we're back at the training ground to see how the players have been getting on. It's time for another episode of the O Show. Right, as we said, it's been an unbelievably busy and exciting week in E10, but we've still got time to squeeze in an episode of the O Show. We're going to be catching up with Ross Embleton, the mastermind behind that spectacular comeback, and we'll also be seeing how the goalkeepers have been getting on. But first, let's relive the action from Tuesday night.
And here we go, then underway, Orient in the red jerseys, and the ball here from the off is James Brophy. Good take down here by Otis Khan, and Khan's pass for Danny Rose, taken down. Edby Tater's challenge on Danny Rose. It is going to be a Mansfield penalty kick. Rose goals in every league game so far this season. Here comes Danny Rose, who buries it. Well taken penalty. And the first to fire tonight at Mansfield Town. What can they produce here? It's Ryan Sweeney. And the shot from range is blocked. And then another tangle. Widdowson's challenge this time. Another penalty here for Mansfield. Danny Rose again for the same outcome, which he has. Two penalties taken and scored by Danny Rose for Mansfield Town. And that was super cool again, under pressure. Ling for Orient. Ling's cross with promise, headed back in. They can't clear their lines here. And there's Wilkinson, a goal back for Orient. His first goal for the club, and their first goal since the opening match day of the season. Orient. And back to 2-1 here with Connor Wilkinson. Long here by Brill. Now Josh Wright. And Sam Ling for Orient. Widdowson. And Wilkinson on here for Liango! Oh, they've done it! In the space of 14 minutes. From 0-2 to 2-2. Orient back on terms, a rousing response, a terrific fight back. And by Clark. Knocked away here by Gorman for Orient, and now they can try and break again. It's Wright. Good break on here, led by Lee Angol. Angol across the face, oh, and in to win it! 96 minutes. Jordan Maguire-Drew there to score his first ever EFL goal and to snatch the most dramatic win for Leyton Orient.
What a fantastic evening it was on Tuesday night in Mansfield, and always good to get the first 3 points on the road. But now we're back in action on Saturday when Crawley come to town, and it's at the Brow Group Stadium where we've already kept 2 clean sheets, so hopefully another one is on its way. Let's see how the goalkeepers have been getting on in training.
Last one, keep it out, keep it out, keep it out. Good. Yes, there. Well done, cover check. Start, great start, Sachi. Yep, back on.
Oh, great change of shape.
Yep. Good, quick hand. Good, well controlled. Good, cover drink. Good, great area. Stand in for 4. Yes, let's go. Good. No. Yes, what to do. What to do. Good, yes. Good, last one. Yes. Good, yes. Can you? Yeah, well kept. Good, last one, coming in. Good, well stood up, good. Then get stuck. Good. Good, get out! Manage it. Good, last one. Good, just a little tickle over, get back in. Get back in. There. Good. Second set.
It's different pace.
Tanya! Yes! Love it!
That'll go on hit Twitter later, that one.
That will.
Yeah!
That's the way. Big save in the back post.
That's right, last set.
Oh, yeah, great save.
So here's hoping for a third consecutive clean sheet tomorrow at the Bro Group Stadium. Now we've got Ross waiting for us in the boot room. Let's go and see how he's getting on. Right, we're joined now in the boot room by Ross Embleton. Ross, it's been a busy week, but an unbeaten one, 4 points. It's an exciting one for you.
Yeah, it could quite easily have been 6 if I'm totally honest. I was pleased with the way that we played against Stevenage, and it was a very number of fine margins that meant that we didn't get the goal that we wanted, but fully deserved it. Like I say, in my opinion. And then obviously with the way things went on Tuesday night, wasn't the albeit the first half performance I didn't think was particularly bad. It obviously looked a lot worse than it was because we come in 2-0 down, but. The way in which the lads applied themselves in the second half, the performance, the energy, the intensity and the attitude to get us not only back in it but to go on and win it was quite remarkable.
And that second half performance, especially at Mansfield, as you said, the spirit that was shown in that comeback, it was reminiscent of quite a lot of games last season, especially towards the end. That spirit's still there in the squad, it's still burning strong, isn't it?
It's something that was a massive part of what we achieved last year was the team spirit, the togetherness, the collective that we had in the group. That was both staff and players. So it's vitally important that we hang on to that and try to create that atmosphere as much as we possibly can. So it's always something at the forefront of our minds in terms of the types of performances that we put on. It's not going to be like that every week, and I don't think we'd be able to take it, if it was. But to show that energy, that enthusiasm, and that desire to get back into a game is something that we love about this group. And I think the big thing as well was the fact that we've added a number of new players to the group as well, and still showed that collectiveness and that togetherness to go and get back in the game.
And touching on those new players there, Tuesday night was a good night for them. Louis Dennis coming off the bench and making an impact. Wilkinson and Angol getting off the mark. It must be good to see, after probably not the most free-flowing scoring in the first few games, but to see it click on Tuesday night must be positive for you.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you make any tactical change, to see it come off is a wonderful feeling. And at the same time, I've got the belief and I'll back any of the players to go out and impact on games, but to do it in the manner that we did was obviously fantastic. And I'm just really pleased for them. I've had a number of conversations with all three of them, as well as the other strikers, about persevering, keeping focus. It's not just down to you that we haven't scored. We've got to keep producing performances and chances in order for you to go and get on the score sheet. And I know that I personally back any of our strikers to go and score the goals that we want. But it was an obviously nice feeling for them to finally get on the score sheet in terms of being at a new club.
Yeah, I know, and another new signing who didn't get on the pitch on Tuesday night, but he was there in the squad, George Marsh. A signing that I'm guessing pretty well, and looking forward to him making a mark on this team.
Yeah, of course, and George is going to have to be patient, because I feel we've put in some good performances already, and it's not something that any player's just going to come into our environment and get straight into the team. Fortunately for him, he was involved in the squad straight away, but I felt that he'd give us the balance on the bench on Tuesday night that we probably needed. George has been a lad, like a lot of the boys that I coach anywhere. I always sort of keep tabs on them and see how they're developing and what they're doing. And George's character was always something that I knew stuck with me, and as well as him being a good player, and that he was going to be someone that was capable of coming in here. So I'm delighted that we've got him. I think in time we're going to see a very, very good player, and hopefully we can play a huge part, as we have done in many years gone by, with a number of good players from specifically from Tottenham. We can be the start of a wonderful career for him.
And he's obviously got a chance to potentially make his debut in front of the home fans tomorrow when Crawley visit us, and it's been quite a positive home campaign, especially, hasn't it, with those 2 clean sheets. Is that something you're looking to build on?
Always, yeah, always. You know, we want to keep more clean sheets away from home and in general, but we're obviously keen to make sure that our our home games are, the place becomes a fortress, that people don't want to come and play at Leyton Orient, that they know they're in for a rough, tough 90 minutes when they come. So yes, it's something that we're certainly keen to focus on, to make sure that we keep those clean sheets, but at the same time, obviously, we've been working tirelessly, really looking at the best ways in order for us to go and create chances. I think if we look at patterns over the last year, 18 months, whenever a lot of teams come to Leyton Orient, they come to try and make it tough for us. So it's always going to be difficult for us to break them down. But as I said, certainly Cheltenham game, we didn't create as many chances as we wanted. I think we stepped that up against Stevenage, and this weekend's going to be another part of that to try and build on.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing the boys back in action out there. And best of luck, Ross, and hoping for the 3 points. Well, that's it, and that's a wrap for this week's episode of The O Show. It's been a pleasure as always, and thank you guys for watching. Also, cheers to Ross for coming on. Now, I'll see you tomorrow at the Bray Group Stadium when we take on Crawley Town. Up the O's.